welcome back to Vice Grip Garage. We made it to Orlando. Well, kind of. Street driving was almost finished. We're almost to Orlando super speedways again. The Monte Carlo quit traffic, we don't know why, for quite a while there. I had to turn around and come back. They pushed it for a ways. It fired back up and they just took off. They're headed towards the track. We'll see if we can make it there. Today is day 5, the last day. All we need to do in all 3 cars is break the beams. If we have successfully completed sick week, we're gonna try to, turn them up, as they say, on all the cars, but I don't know, maybe we got issues with the Monte Carlo. Let's find out. We're back. We made it. Looks like they're running B class, so we're all right. We're in time. We should be last today, right?
Yep, we're supposed to be.
So we still got C class ahead of us yet. There's a lot of cars here, but it's thinner than Monday.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, a lot of guys just didn't make it. There was some ATF on the ground when it quit, but Eric thinks, and a good possibility, it's just our drain pan that we've been changing stuff into. Could be leaking and coming out of the trunk. I crawled underneath the rig here, and it's bone dry. There ain't no leaks in sight. So, hoping that it's just that drain pan tipped over or something in there maybe. Grabbing some more racing fuel. Of course, VP Racing, look at all this. They bring this right to the track for everybody. You've got 110, you've got X98, which the Independence runs. You've got X85. They've got everything in here. M1, of course, yeah, a little bit of methanol. We're going with the MS100, which is, straight 100 octane. That's what we need.
Absolutely, yes indeed.
So guys, gonna go ahead and pull this valve cover again, just inspect everything, make sure everything's good. I'm also gonna pull a couple random sparkulators, read on them. I have a different heat range in here based on some of that dry soot I was getting, and I may switch back to the other heat range based on how that looks. And then, since we're gonna be running the 100 octane back there, Jessica's getting her hair did right now. Since we're running the 100 octane, we might shoot a little more timing in her today and see if we can, boy, a low 12.9 would be pretty handy. I think that'd be great to end out the week. Well, everything appears to be fine. I'm not seeing any indication we're about to lose another rocker. I actually loosened everything off and made sure nothing was bound, spun all the push rods. It's loose right now. I need to torque it still, but everything seems to be good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same on the other side. Just quick insurance. It's super easy to pop this off fast. And then, since I had to remove those lightning hoses to get this off, I'll just pull those 2 out and read on them, see what we got.
A pair of both things coming out of the water box. One on the small, one on the big, as far as rear tires go. Left hand side is Earl Schenknader. Schenknader currently number 3 in the Pro Street class. That's the orange Mustang. And he is looking for something in the 7.6 second range. That's where he's been living in most of his runs. He will face off with a little 235 dance and shoes on the back of Devin Vanderhoof's car. This is Jordan Turk. And Jordan Tuck, already gone 470 on his first leg. And they are trying to get this car in the 6s of the quarter mile. For a 235 car, I'm going to assume that has probably never been done, considering most Rowdy Radial or 235
normal because we were just cruising, so we were barely using the primaries. It's going to be very, very lean cruising. This is actually a colder plug. which most
So
people would
Devin
think I would go
may have loaded in a
hotter
little bit
if
extra
we had some
spicy to him as the
soot.
car went
But I just
710
wanted to try it
at
out.
206 miles
This
an hour
looks
out the back
fine. I'm
door
going to
last
try this
time.
other one,
Let's
but
see
the
what he
biggest
does
thing
right
is I'm
here.
going to try
When he
number
puts the
3 on the
235
other side
tired Mustang
and see if
six-block
we
single
resolve
turbo
that with the
into
heat
sixes.
change.
And the answer is no, as the rear tires come loose.
Got to decide on jets today. It is
They were trying to get
hot.
aggressive with it, but
I
a little
mean,
bit too much power,
secure in the
too much
90s.
hot sauce on the front.
Okay.
And they will
So-
look coast.
We might make a change there. I'm also going to put like 79 degrees of timing into this. All of it. I don't think the gun goes to 100, but that's what we're going to do. Okay?
Finally for Tina.
Number 3.
She did on stage and take the car
Fixed.
under power to the
We got
finish
it.
line. There's
So-
still left with a question mark.
You can see the ring, the base
So
ring.
Tina,
We got carbon all the way around. The tip is a nice burn color.
The laptop, they're going to plug in and see what they can find out.
Much, much better. So we could just leave. I think the jetting alone, we'll probably just run no air cleaner and get some more wind. Wind doesn't like to do 90 degrees. So we're going to take that off, let it suck more straight down. Maybe we'll go nuts and take the hood off. It's not really going to do anything, but it would look cool.
Sure. No, let's not do that.
Okay. And then Jessica's going to rebuild the power steering again with this here. So good luck putting new seals and a pulley and a belt on with that.
You said yourself wrong.
What?
You said your name wrong?
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you said Jessica. You meant you were
Oh,
going to do
okay.
that.
I guess I'm going to do that.
The station
And
wagon,
then
the
button up the other side. She's already got the tires on.
Nope.
I think we're pretty much there. Chrome don't get you home, but it costs money. While we were test firing the car, we actually were about to run into town and started just pouring oil. So that's great. The dreaded plastic fuel pressure line. Guys, never, ever use this stuff. Even if there's a fire, don't use that stuff, because this is exactly what happens. Normally it happens inside the cab and then soaks your floor with oil and everything else. So now I got to figure this out quickly. Well, I'm under here wiping up all the oil. We want to make sure we don't drip or spill anything on the track. Got her pretty cleaned up, and then we fired it up again. I did patch up that oil line up above just by filing it open, cutting the line, sliding it farther down and patching it up. For now, that's going to work. Then we started hearing a bunch of racket from the transmission. Crawled under here, and sure enough, the torque converter bolt was loose. This one was loose, so we're going to roll the engine over and make sure these are nice and tight, because man, that was making a lot of racket, and we don't want this flying apart on the track, especially at 6,500 RPM. So got to tighten that down and then make sure all these little drips like that are taken care of. And I got to hurry because our group is up here in a few minutes. Look at this, fellers. Completely loose. So we'll go ahead and snug these up. Wow, way loose. Glad we caught that. It's about ready to fall out. All right, that sounds much, much better. And that oil fitting isn't leaking. I think we got it patched up just in time. Get her back down. Check the tire pressure. I got this thing launching just perfect. Got the QA1 set. We're running about 17.5 pounds. Thing hooks great. Leaves really nice. We just ain't got the HPs on the top end. So we'll let her back down and let it cool off. We'll be getting in line shortly. It's hot, Jessica. Hot! Love D group. Look at this beast. You get a little bit of everything in D group. There's the T-type I raced with the VP day one. got the General Lee. 1277 to 1308. Nice run. We got flames that are spirits on the bottom. Wow, what a beautiful C10. Well, we're in the lanes for our last pass. All we got to do is stage under our own power, and we've finished sick week. Hasn't been that bad of a week. We had a rocker valve train issue, a little oil leak here at the last second. The torque converter just wanted to go home early. I think we got all that wrestled in. We got it pretty well tuned up, I think the best we can, and it's been so much fun trying to make a slow car fast. I'm gonna keep doing it. I mean, you don't gotta have the best or fastest car out here, fellers and fellas. That's what I'm trying to show you is, let's come out and have fun. This guy brought his Jeep. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Okay, we're the last lane, it looks like, so it's gonna be just a couple more minutes, and we're gonna let her rip. We did turn the two-step up on the Monte Barrow, so she's gonna be leaving at 2,500 RPM. That should be just about all that 10 bolt's gonna take in the back. Yeah, she's ready to just hold it to the floor today, she said. So we'll see what happens. We're pretty excited there. Chad's got to be a little bit careful. He's got to turn a slip in to finish the week, but he can't run faster than 1150. He's got to have a cage for that. So he ran 1149 yesterday, couldn't turn it in. So it'll be a little touch and go, but I think he might let her rip after he gets his ticket in. Where we're at, fellers. I got the most timing I absolutely dare to put in this thing if we're going to drive it on trailer. We've got the right heat range plugs that are fresh. The fuel make it happen has been dialed in. We've got 100 octane in this thing. We've got tire pressure set right. There ain't nothing in here as far as weight. This should be the best pass we can muster out of this car, theoretically. Let's see what happens. End of the day, we're having a lot of fun, I'll tell you that. Oh, I stained my shirt. Shoot. In an old ratty 70 Challenger. I just saw Chad make a pass, he finished, and Heidi also made her pass in the Monte Barrow. It's official, we've done it. 1,000 miles plus street driving plus 5 quarter-mile passes minimum, and we're just out here having fun. I'm gonna go park this thing up, and I think I'm gonna move the seat back in Monte Barro, and I want to go wheel that thing and just let her eat. You know what I mean? See what happens. Jessica's swapping out the tires really quick because we're gonna run VP in the town. It's now my official grocery getter since it's so slow. And we gotta go to Verizon and do some other shopping, get some stuff for tonight. Meanwhile, I'm working on the Monte Barro. I think we lost the fuel pump. So I'm gonna check the relay and everything like that, but I ain't got any fuel pressure on the rail. And Heidi wants to run again, so I'm gonna see if I get this fixed up quick.
What's going on?
Everything. The fuel pump's not running. And now,
This is a 1964 Spitfire. He ran in the 11s last year and he put together his own chassis on this car and made it seriously quicker. It was in the 8s.
It's not the relay. That's the I'm able to hotwire the pump, so the pump's good. So if something in the ECU-ish or sensor-ish that's not happy, but I can't connect to the computer right now.
Thanks to all the people that are paying attention at home. Michael Narks from the Dragon Drive.
Well, not being able to connect to the computer led me to fuses, which are all fine, led me back to, and I got all this blown apart now. It looks like a mess, sorry. But we had this ground lug. It was just, I guess it's tight, but it was just loose enough to where when I touched it, I heard the pump run. Okay, turn the key off and then try to start it.
Also in the Pro Diagram class, that's current leader in the
Try again.
Class. This is Eric Yost.
Try again.
Yost driving the Rust Wrap inspired.
Huh. Got the Monte fixed. Loose ground. The nut, or excuse me, the bolt was bottoming out in the battery. You couldn't get it any tighter. One of the fittings must have smushed or moved differently or something because all of those were tight. But with all the street driving we're doing, now how they align, there was a little bit of movement in there, so I put another small washer, sandwiched them all down, tightened it up. She hit the key, it lit right off. So she's going up to the line right now to take another pass. We're gonna scoot into town, get some long necks and some beef jerky or something, and we'll be back here shortly. And I think Chad's probably gonna keep running. Excited to see how deep in the 11s he can get.
We got Chad in turbo mode right now. Trying to switch out this seat so Derek can try to get it running. See what the old girl can do.
So Heidi was able to get a second run in. She did great and successfully completed sick week. First time ever. Great job. Driving an unfamiliar car, doing an unfamiliar thing. She crushed it. Are you going to try to do it again? Yeah. That's pretty awesome. We got back to the staging lanes just in time. It's all call right now. The track's closing pretty soon. I think we have time to make it. So I plugged in the old beep booper, kicked up the two-step a little bit more, see if we can leave this axle right at the tree there. I want to see what the Monte can do. I haven't run it. I mean, did a couple burnouts in it. We threw it on the trailer, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to move the seat because right now the backrest is touching the steering wheel somehow.
No, there you go.
It's already almost done.
And then we'll make sure to bolt that back down, get everything done, and I'll slide in and see what we can do.
520. So somebody didn't push the up button. Somebody pushed the down button. So it's a consistent run. 520 and 522 for Parker Mitchell, but he went 5 flat. He wants a 4.9.
Slow, but this thing you could just beat on it like a screen door and it don't care. It needs a rear gear so bad, but look, we're not out here running brackets or anything like that. It's got 273 highway gear in it, it just doesn't want to leave out of the hole. But man, the trans brake, the two-step, the Hughes transmission, the engine's got some pep, but I mean, we're going through the beams in second gear at $5,000, you know. It could definitely, even a 373. Something to think about in the future, but the car is still running. All told, I thrashed this together in like 4 days, 4.5 days maybe. It made it the whole week. And Heidi and Eric had a ton of fun in it. And I got some more friends, hopefully hooked on sick week, and that's what it's all about. Let's go get the time slip, see what we did. It was terrible. We ran a 1480 at 93. Picked up some mile per hour, but dropping it on 3,000 like that, it bogged it so bad off the line. The 60 foot was terrible, went backwards. I'm gonna see if I can get in line again, and this time we'll just foot brake it. Let's just foot brake it and try to leave that way. Oh, I think they closed the gates. Maybe not, maybe not. Let's see. I think we can maybe get it. Again and just foot brake on it, and that didn't help. 60 foot slower, 1,000 foot slower, trap speed slower. I mean, everything slower. It's getting worse and worse and worse. I think the Monty's done used up. You know what I mean? She's getting tired. Every run we do is just slowing up, but nonetheless, still a lot of fun, and we made it. Sick week officially is complete.
Well,
Monty's used up. And it's 145,000 mile used LS on highway gears at this point. Hindsight, I should have took a rip on it first thing Monday morning.
yes, sir.
So we knew what the car could do in its state, and then have fun the rest of the week. That's okay, I still got to drive it. Heidi and Eric had a blast in the thing. It still runs, it's going to drive onto the trailer. We're super pumped.
That's a win to me.
Huge win.
Yeah.
Huge win. But I think that's going to do it for Sick Week 2023. That is the year, right?
It is.
Thanks, guys, for watching and following along all week. It's been a blast watching your guys' comments and suggestions and everything like that. And so many of you have said, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to find a way. And forget, there's not only Sick Week, there's Sick Summer, there's Drag Week, there's Rocky Mountain Race
They have
Week.
like Death Week or something.
Yeah, there's like Death Valley Week. There's like literally 15 drag and drive events now. And if you don't want to drag race, there's also ones where you can just cruise along. And there's Power Tour and lots of other ways to get involved as well. Also, don't procrastinate. Get over to vicegripgarage.com. There's still some stuff in stock. Every $5 you spend gets you one entry for a chance to win that Gen 3 Hemi-powered C10 truck. That ends February 28th. When we say we got stuff in stock, you guys got to hurry and get there quick. Thank you so much for your support on that. And remember, if you don't work, your project won't. We'll see you later.